let's move on to COVID news. UNC, UNC Chapel Hill, started moving their students to campus, and then very suddenly they switched to all online classes after testing results had a positivity rate of over 7%, which is over 7%.
Okay.
So, like, that's pretty high.
Yes.
And this was definitely something I was,
70 at first. My
yep,
mind was about to be blown.
yeah. And this was like right after I had moved onto onto my campus that this broke.
Yeah, and I got this long email from William and Mary too, basically saying that if there's any buffoonery, we're gonna pull the plug. And they called out people like, don't be selfish, don't be an asshole.
Yeah. But yeah, and there's been a couple incidents off campus at Virginia Tech that did result in some suspensions. But like as far as like kids who have tested positive, we're still like, last I checked, we were still in the single digits, I believe. So and the policy is that if we have a testing positivity rate over 3%, then they're going to send us home. But
Seems reasonable.
and 3% is pretty high, and like 3% of the attendance at Virginia Tech is just shy of 900
Oh,
people.
that's true. I forgot how big Virginia Tech was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, so like, do you think, how do you think this will affect colleges going forward? Do you think this will inevitably result in like colleges that are like, Virginia Tech, resulting in sending kids home, or do you think it'll just like simply result in tougher restrictions for most colleges? Because like not every college is going to handle this the same. So like, what do you
I'm,
think? Like, what do you think in general is going to happen because of
well,
this?
some colleges are putting misdemeanors. Like, say, if you don't wear a mask, you can be like charged with a misdemeanor.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, some
Yeah, William
colleges
and
are
Mary's doing
doing.
stuff like that. And I can't speak for,
Wear a mask, kids.
Tech or any other college, but I have no trouble believing that William and Mary would send everyone home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd say like I've said before to other people I've talked to about this. Virginia Tech has done a very like a relatively good job at its policy at its reopening process. I think, yeah, extending moving day into a full week was definitely needed, because like when I first got here, it was only like the third day of moving. It was like it was like nearly a ghost town whenever I was walking around. So, and like, traffic was very light, it was very smooth, it was not very crowded. So yeah, that definitely helps with that. They are, and I live in a party dorm, like, probably like
Oh God.
the biggest party dorm on campus. And they have very like strict rules against holding parties. Like in my dorm building, you cannot have more than three people in your room at once. So like that's like your roommate, and a guest, or like you plus two more guests, like if your roommate is gone.
Yes.
So yeah, that
William and Mary is working with the police to like patrol the streets looking for parties and stuff to break up.
yeah,
I mean,
and then yeah, like anytime you're outside of your dorm room, like at Tech, you have to wear a mask. Like
yes.
even like to go to the bathroom, even like to refill your water bottle, like go take a shower or whatever. Like even if you're just like, yeah, walking in the halls of Pritchard, uh yeah, then like you have to wear a mask.
I don't know why this is so hard for people.
Yeah,
Honestly, like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a big thing, especially, with schools as good as Virginia Tech and William and Mary. I would expect the students to be a bit smarter, but I guess it only takes a handful.
well, like, and that's another thing. Whenever I go out, and like, the yeah, like there's more people outside now than there was when I first got here. And like there's people playing volleyball and sports together and that kind of thing, but they're all wearing masks. And so like, and being outside helps. Like if you're wearing a mask and you're outside, like, and you maintain like a relatively good distance, I think there's really like not too much to worry about there. You know what I mean? So
Like, also, like even if you don't think that COVID is real or something, or if you think that like masks are a way for are a way for the government to oppress you, even if you believe that, wouldn't you just want to follow the rules to stay on campus, to stay in school, they're not very difficult, you know.
Yeah.
No.
I think that is a motivation for some kids here. At least I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, like I mean, like I'm cautiously optimistic about classes, about being able to actually stay on campus. I guess we just really have to wait for a couple weeks to see like if any people like have caught it since being tested. So like seeing if any of those any symptoms pop up among some students, that will be the real test, I think.
My COVID
Yeah.
test should be coming in the mail in about a week or so.
Yeah, like when I took, like, have you taken the COVID test at some point or another?
No, I never have.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it-
No, I know.
it's
is it-
weird.
do they,
It's
like, stick
weird.
everything up your nose and
Yeah, they stick like a swab up your nose, like you
Yeah.
feel like you're about to sneeze, your eyes start to water, and it's like, like I said, like, yeah, my eyes are watering and everything, and like she's like, that's how you know we got a good sample. It's like, okay, then you'll really know if I got COVID or not. So, yeah, like
But
I mean, it's weird, but
I
it's
feel like
worth
there should
it's
be an
worth it.
easier way to test that. You know, if the virus is so contagious, if it basically, waters out of your mouth, I would think there would be an easier way than. But whatever. I don't know.
I mean, it's relatively easy. It's
Yeah.
it's not painful. It's just weird.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's
I've
uncomfortable.
heard from some people that it is painful, but if it is, I don't know.
Maybe for some people.